when we go after our heart, what our heart desires, there will always be fear because this is out of our comfort zone. And our mind will try to stop us in the comfort zone of known. So we need to be courage, to be bold, and to take fear which goes near us, with us, and at the same time do the step forward.
Do it in spite of the fear. Do it anyway.
Yes, do it anyway.
You feel the fear, but you do it anyway.
Yes, and because when you think about your heart wishes, when you are at home and you meditate, for example, you will feel peace inside. And if you don't know what to do, the things that it's not your way will give you fear when you are in the connected state. And the thing that is your way will give you peace, inner peace. But when you will do that, there will be fear because it's out of the comfort zone. Yes.
So you're actually saying that when you're in tune with yourself, you really feel what are the things that are with your alignment,
yes,
and what are not those things.
Yes.
So when you're in that state,
yes,
but when you're not, when you're, I don't know, at your everyday tasks, you can get kind of perceived. You can see things differently, and you can be frustrated maybe, and don't know exactly which things are the best for you.
Yes, because it will come the influence from outside, from others, which will try to stop you, or will put a lot of reasons not to do that. Be careful of that, and then it's harder to move, to take that step that you feel, and it will always be risky because the things that are in alignment with you are connected with your growth, with our growth, and will always be risky. So that's why it's so important that we trust, do it anyway, and make a jump of trust, even though we don't know where we are going. So that means we need to be bold and take this fear with us and hold the fear and say, it will be okay.
Oh, that's nice. So, okay, let me just start by introducing you. Or you will introduce yourself. So I'm here with Neža. I actually saw you on the Facebook. I saw your group and I was really energetically attracted to it. So I check you out. Like, I think even more than I check out a man. Yeah. So I liked what I what I saw. And I contacted you, and now we're here together, creating something new, something amazing, and sharing our knowledge with others.
Yeah.
So can you maybe tell us something about yourself, like your transformation story that you shared with me earlier?
Yeah, I will do that. And first, thank you for inviting me. That kind of messages and vibes for me are like, this is like magic that is happening. The things that I like the most in life, that kind of alignments. Like when you contact me, I already knew that we are connected in a way. And when we saw each other, it was like homely feeling.
Instant connection.
Yeah, it's that connection. And these are the things, that kind of alignments and miracles we say, because it seems like a miracle because it's so not what we are used to. These are the things that are coming, that we are starting experience when we are in alignment with ourselves. And to become more aligned with yourselves, with ourselves, we go through transformation. This is my story that I was telling you, and I help also women in that kind of transformation. Dark night of the soul, like I said. When it comes a certain point in your life, I usually say self-actualization point. You enter a period of life that is a little bit dark and heavy, because a lot of things that are not in alignment with you needs to go needs to go out, and then you start to experience all of the feelings that stayed in the body from childhood or even before, that you get from generations, and needs to go out. And this is the hard part of life. It can happen many times in life, but one is specific, because you need to change all that you knew to a different perspective.
So basically your beliefs,
You
were taught.
Yes, what you were told. Fear, vibration of fear, you need to change to vibration of trust and love and good enough. Yes, and in life that comes usually the change connected with relationships start to it's the enter point of this transformation, where you can think that you went way back again to the old patterns, but it's not really that. But this is not really true, because you just need to go through a different situation to see the patterns, and then that you can release it, and to know that they are here just to see it and release it, and to know that you already are not in these patterns, not that you are still in them, but that you are not. So that is the program or mindset that I want to share with women, so that they can go through that phase. And because this phase is very heavy and can bring a lot of anxiety, depression, panic feelings. Yes.
So why is that we, especially as women, are more likely to change, to transform when we go through a breakup, some heavy situation in our lives? Because I think actually before we were in the comfort zones, right? And even though we weren't like so happy and fulfilled, we just were there, and I think a lot of the times we don't even want to see that that something isn't truly in alignment with ourselves, and we constantly are putting blinds on our eyes because it's easier that way. Would you?
Yes. Yes, because it's hard to just make a change. So a lot of times change.
You need that extra push.
So that you can move forward, so that you can grow. And every breakup or every rejection is God's protection and redirection.
It's actually a miracle for you.
It's a miracle.
And when you look back, the things that are the most were hard for you at the time, and you were like, wow, man, why is this happening to me? Yeah. We're like, oh, thank you, God.
Yes, exactly. These are, because so we can change the perspective that every time, in every place, we are in the right direction. And nothing bad is happening to us. Everything is happening for us. And with that kind of trust, we can really move forward with love. Also, for the people that broke us, that we need to move away from, for example. But we do that because we love ourselves, and if we love ourselves, then we love also
the
others. Yes, even though if we are not understood like that, because a lot of times people will not understand that kind of things. But if you choose yourself because you feel that, because you trust your intuition, because you love yourself, that means that you give the vibration of love also to other people and situations. And the consequence of this is you start to attract more opportunities, more people, more situations that activate even more the vibration of self-love, self-worth, trust.
Yeah, so it's actually very important to listen to yourself, to trust yourself, as you said, and to feel the fear, because fear isn't our enemy, right?
Exactly.
Often we think as fear is our enemy, and we don't want that. But we need to trust it, right? And do it anyway. And I think a lot of times we as women, we have really strong intuition, and when we listen to it, the intuition gets even stronger. And if we act on that intuition, then it gets even stronger, right? Because one is listening to it, and the other is actually acting on it. And as you said really beautifully, when you actually do that and go in action, that is that kind of transformation. And how do you say of the dark soul? What is the
dark night of the soul?
Dark night of the soul, not dark soul. Why do I have that in my mind? Dark night of the soul, because it's not easy.
It's not easy. And dark aspect, we all have dark and light aspect, and the dark aspects are just things that we didn't accept about ourselves yet. So that's why
why they're dark.
That's why they are dark. We need to put light on it, love, trust. So all the things that we are criticize about ourselves, all the fears, this is fears, or self. How is the word? Self criticism. You can take that like a small child, like your inner child hurting, and just put acceptance, just hold that fear or that criticism, and just say, okay, I am good enough with that. And this is the vibration of love, and this is the light on the dark. And in this period of dark night of the soul, of this transformation, we are learning to do that. To accept unaccepted parts of ourselves that other people usually in the past told us that we are not good enough. And with that, the intuition becomes stronger, because this is self-love. It doesn't need to be a lot of things, but just accept yourself in all emotions, in all panic attacks or whatever you have. Just let it be the way it is. Just trust, and this vibe will move you forward more fast. That naturally things will start to happen without even you doing it. A lot of more easier and
a lot faster, where you're meant to go, where you're meant to be.
Because you are not fighting against anymore.
Exactly. You're just going with the flow.
Go with the flow, and this is also the feminine energy.
I just wanted to say that. Water flowing.
Yes. So it's important for women, and in this transformation for women, we start to awaken our feminine energy, because it's just that acceptance. Let it be, let it flow, trust, surrender to the divine, connecting with our cycle, which are connected with the moon cycle or nature cycles. And when you start to awaken this feminine energy, life becomes more fulfilled. Yeah, beautiful. You can see rainbow colors.
Thank you for sharing that. Can you also maybe tell us about how and why did you start your transformation? What a couple of years ago?
Yeah, it was the year of 2019 when my second son was born, and my first daughter, at the same day that we came from the hospital with him, I felt that we lost the connection with her because we were very connected before. So she became very sad, very angry, very disappointed, and it was so hard for me to see that.
How old was she?
She was 3.5 years old, yes. Especially at the evening that started, she got a different look in her eye. She became, like they would say, hyperactive, like on adrenaline.
Acting out.
Yes, acting out. So that was the time that in my body started to, I felt a lot of anxiety and hurt and a lot of things. So I put focus on her. How can I be a better mother for her? How can I speak to her? I was reading books, learning to do that. And then in my life came an awesome teacher. She's an energetic, how to say?
Energetic healer.
Energetic healer. And she opened my eyes, and I realized that the most important thing is also for my children that I put focus on myself, that I'm energetically exhausted, that I just entered the phase of self-actualization, of dark night of the soul, where I need to just let those feelings that were in my body flow out. So there were few months that I was just all day just sitting in the living room, not just sitting in the living room, but a lot of moments I was just like this and just breathing and letting to feel everything that is my body. It was very hard, but I knew because of her, because I had a support, that this is the only way, that all the feelings are coming out, all the heavy feelings are coming out, and that I need to let it come out. And immediately my daughter was much better immediately. So that she was the reason that I trusted even more in this process, because I was totally down and she was already better. I just put focus on my feelings and let it be, and I was in trust that I am good enough with that, not that I am doing something wrong, because I thought before that with these feelings that it means that I'm doing something wrong. But she explained me that it's because I was doing so many things in all my life for myself, different therapies, different self-work, for example. I actually became so stronger, so that now I can go deeper. And every time then that there was different waves that I went even deeper. So it was even more pain. But when I learned how to deal with that, it wasn't hard anymore to feel that, what it was inside of me. So my daughter actually was a mirror of my childhood, in my inner child that is hurted, that I didn't even felt it.
So actually, when you started talking about it, I got chills, and now I see aura all around you. And it's so pretty. I'm just looking, I'm just listening to you. And I'm like, okay, that's wow.
Yeah, and a lot of, and that is my mission, to help women in this process, that they know that they are strong enough to feel that and let it go. And you can do that so much easier if you are connected to your woman's cycle. Because before menstruation, bleeding period, I say there is an inner autumn, and this is the time that you can really go in feeling, to look inside and to feel what is inside and to release it. And when you enter the bleeding phase,
you actually release even physically.
Yeah, you exactly know what you don't want, what is not that you don't want, what you need to let go, and bleeding helps you to let go.
To actually physically
let go.
That's really
awesome.
beautiful.
And just intention, just that you know that this is happening. It's happening. Yeah.
It's really magical how energies work, how our intentions work.
Intentions are everything.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they really are. They really are. And how is now with your daughter?
Yeah. Now, then we were connected again, but when the period of I'm still in my how to say,
healing
my
process,
transformation, because totally all my life shifted and it's still shifting. Now I'm in the phase when magic happens, when all is coming back together. But she's very aligned with me, and every time I have transformation, we go lose the connection, but then we come back again. So when I broke up with the father of my children, again we both went in the transformation. We lost ourselves a little bit, and then we come back together. So every time when I go through a big change, there is a small period that I feel lost. Also now that I know that things, but so quickly I can come back again. In this alignment. Yeah, it's much faster than was before. Yes, but every change can give you a little bit of chaos or a lot of chaos. But then everything falls back together.
But the thing is, right, after every change and after every transformation you have, you are more in tune with yourself. You know yourself more. It's like you get a piece of yourself back.
Yes.
Or not back, because they are always there. You just kind of discover another piece of yourself, and every next time this transformation phase, or as you said, the distance between you two is shorter and not so heavy anymore.
Yeah, and every time when we connect again, it's much
more magical,
much more
stronger,
powerful, stronger. Yes. So this is like the beautiful.
And it just came to my mind. If you wouldn't be strong enough, or if you wouldn't be able to allow yourself to go into transformation, like that would never happen. You would never feel that stronger connection with her, because as we allow ourselves to dive deep, so the deeper into the negative feelings, because they're not really negative, they're there to support you in some way. Deeper we go into that feelings, the deeper we can feel the good ones, the love, the connection, right?
Yeah,
and that's where the magic happens.
That is exactly what you said. It's the beautiful thing in life, because if you go through life, if you had very hard life or childhood or situations, and you struggled a lot, and you really it was heavy and hard. At the same time, that much, that was heavy, that much joy you can feel in the other side. And when you feel that much joy in the other side, then you know it was worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's very nicely put.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you, right now, are you working on some projects or? What do you actually do? So
I have, right now I have a workshop for Woman Cycle, where we are learning about a cycle, a moon cycle, a nature cycle, and our cycle, which is connected. But then the most important thing is that we know that our cycle is always the on the right time, at the right how to say, that our cycle is the first priority, and always our body support us. So doesn't matter how much pain you feel, or that you don't have bleedings regularly or something like that. First is that we give love to our body and tell it that, give thanks, that, and know that it's always supporting us no matter what. And also with woman cycle, and then slowly you can see the change, just to start to what's the word, just to start to noticing yourself, just like you are being, like you are watching yourself from
different perspectives.
Yes, and all the things starts naturally changing, and there is less pain, more regular bleedings, and all the things are starting to come naturally back again, just to put trust in our body and love, to know that it supports us, that it's nothing wrong with it, with the body. Yes, so this is the main.
Yeah, actually trust, support, compassion, and love, and is the ultimate recipe for
ultimate recipe. And then naturally you start to feel yourself, you start to go to the different
like states,
or different workshops, for example, or for I don't know, yoga or something, not because you want to do you want to repair your body because it's not good enough, but because you want it for yourself, because you want to enjoy, because you feel you need to work out, for example, or to eat more healthy. Naturally, you go to the shop and you buy healthier things because your body wants it, not because you need to be more not because you're not good enough already. That kind of change of perspective do a lot of.
Yeah, because when you think you're not good enough, you actually a lot of times self-sabotage with all the foods, with all the, I don't know, negative talk to your body, because this is also my topic that I really love to talk about also in my workshops, and so it's really important to know, to acknowledge all the processes that are happening in your mind, because your body is actually a result of what are you thinking in your mind. And a lot of times it's showing you with different, I don't know, pains or states, like how are you really feeling or talking to your body. And I always say that the pain and the stagnant energy is always like starting on the energy levels. Like all the, I don't know, if you're feeling some pain in the knee, that started with the stuck energy first, and then it processed with actual pain. So if we are able to kind of know our thoughts, our feelings, and even if we go even further, if we can feel the energy, we can actually go to the root and change there, and not let it process that far along the way that it actually results in some actual physical pains in your body.
Wow. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, exactly.
I think that's really important.
Yeah.
So
nice. Well, that is connected.
yeah, it's all connected.
Yeah, it's all connected.
So okay, awesome. Oh my God. Do you maybe have anything like else to share with us for the end? Like, would you like anything to know?
Well, when you ask what I do, the main thing that I at this moment do is I check through oracle and angel cards. I explain the situation that is happening to the person, and the main intention there is to bring the feeling of being good enough, to bring the feeling of trust, to bring the feeling of self-worth, like we were talking. And with that, then you naturally have the power to trust and to make the step forward when you are in inspired action, not to just push yourself, but to wait to the inspired action. And then you also can know that if you are in the stage to relax, to rest and to heal, that you feel good enough not to go to the outer action, but to wait to inspired action. So that this is the main thing that I would share, is that you are always good enough. You are always on the right path, and when it's hard, it's so beneficial that you connect with people that uplift you, that can listen you and not judge you, and it will help you go forward.
And much deeper.
Much deeper, yes. And intentions are the main part of everything. So if you don't have clarity, just ask for clarity. If you don't have a beautiful relationship, or if you want to attract new people, intimate relationships in your life, just put the intention. Then everything that is coming in my life, every new person that is coming in my life is a blessing. And then you just trust that every person that will come into your life, even though it will not be like your mind would want to be in the rules, that you trust that it's the right connection for you at that time, because you put the intention to it.
To kind of trust and flow and go with it. Oh, thank you very much, Neža. Thank you.